Elizabeth.
Goodbye, my dear. Please.
Be careful. Alright then. Try to do it. A part of me I think it only worked because she was my sister. I have a good strong feeling if I give it to him, he might just want to dying anyway, but I don't know. I haven't beat the game yet. So that's the mystery. Should I do it? Should I let him die?
It looks like vampires have to obey Mendel's laws when producing progeny. Powers pass from one generation to another. That's why Dawson wants me to sire him.
Women of all countries.
Good evening.
And good evening.
What do you know about Aloysius Dawson?
That man is a tyrant. The embodiment of greed and selfishness. All I despise about this country.
Goodbye, Charlotte. Give my best regards.
She's been quite...
Here's the temple. I think I know where he's living. Temple quarters. Let's ask some people.
Good evening.
Do you know anything about a man called Aloysius Dawson?
He used to be a big spender. One day, he sent 3 houseboys to buy all the beluga in my shop. For his brother's birthday, if I remember correctly.
I see. Anything else? Less gastronomic, perhaps?
I really can't say. The man is filthy rich. But you know that, of course.
Goodbye, Mr. Russell. I'm sure you'll take care of yourself.
I think I know where he lives too, actually. But the question is still, well, my blood. I think the reason I signed my
evening,
sister
Miss
by
Teasdale.
accident
Can I
because
help
she's
you,
my
Dr. Reed?
bloodline. Like an actual bloodline, not like some person I can randomly pick. If that was true, then every other person I bet was became a bloody vampire like me.
What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
Never heard of
Find
him.
out.
Really? He's very well known in London, throughout the country even.
He a big shot or something? Never interested in politics myself. All words and no action.
Goodbye, Miss Teasdale. And be careful. Until we meet again.
It's been your house, Dad.
Alright, before I do. Man, this crazy.
Good evening, Mr.
Good evening, Doc.
Do you know anything about a man called Aloysius Dawson, by any chance?
Well, I've never met the man personally, but I invested money in some of his companies when I came to London. A brilliant businessman.
Goodbye, Mr. Kimura. Take care.
Kill the community that will crash all this down. I need to learn. I need information. Maybe my butler would know. Or even detectives anywhere. I'll ask everybody.
London has brought so much pain.
That's cute.
Rats.
That's so
I need to find...
Don't trust him. He's looking for the same thing I was. Rats.
I must go now.
Still, what happened? I like to think I will make him immortal, but like I said before, almost 1,000 times, like I think the reason my gift went to my sister is because we're a blood related.
There are rumors of abductions in the West End at night.
We are blood related,
That
not
can't
because
be true.
anyone bite.
Yes, Mr. Jonathan.
What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
Not much, sir. Mr. Dawson's house used to be a good house, with many servants. I heard he fired them all recently.
Goodbye, Avery. Please, what...
Of course.
Yeah. Well, we can get into that shop real quick. Here, try that.
Hello again, Mother.
Jonathan!
Goodbye, Mother.
Goodbye.
worry. Medicine for all. Let's see if I can get back to that spot there. Reading up about it.
I cannot enter. It's locked.
Fun. Lovely.
There's one of
Oh my god!
Man's old and done. That is gonna stop anything.
He's so fucking fast!
I cannot enter.
Filthy murdering bastard! Stay back!
Else I can't do it. There's my chance there. Alright. Time to go make some of my progeny. I'm gonna jump across there at the top. Yeah, I'll make that easier, I guess. But the man's dead fool. He's a fool and he's dead. 50-50 chances I'm able to make my progeny. And the other 50, I wind up killing him like I'm trying to get my progeny.
Women of all countries unite!
But again, it can't be true then. I'll be able to believe that I'm a vampire then. What if I am? What if that connection is only stronger through blood relation than random? You know, the only reason people do is about the random one because it's new bloodstream and stuff like that. What if that's a reason? You know, most people die for mid-transformation. Obviously, the body is not adaptable. I'm gonna do it. See what happens. See how stupid action.
Dr. Reed.
Do you know anything in particular about a man called Aloysius Dawson?
Who doesn't know the man? I think he intervened personally to put an end to the police strike of last August.
What else can you tell me about him?
Aloysius Dawson is exactly the kind of powerful and influential man who could commit murder and get away with it, with just one phone call.
Goodbye, Detective Inspector Albright.
Goodbye, Dr. John.
Red River. Good evening, Jonathan Reed. Can I help you in any way?
Is there anything you could tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
Aloysius Dawson. Yes, of course. We met on several occasions. With time, he got deeper and deeper into the occult.
He's not the only one. It's been quite the fashion for several decades. The Golden Dawn, for instance, is just one example.
True. Aloysius was a member of the Golden Dawn until 1900. Then his thirst for dark knowledge grew. I'm talking forbidden texts, readings which blackened his heart.
Can you read the card?
Put the money on the...
Sure.
Here is
Love.
Useless.
goodbye, sir.
I rarely want... Fool and the Empress. Again. What are the cards?
Or should I? So, I'm assuming if you become a vampire, you become more emotional somewhat? Or become stronger? Or just, I don't know. I feel a little burden there. I might know something. Feel like it's something deep. I don't know stuff about actually. Use a word for him. Yeah,
Hello again,
everybody.
Dr. Reed.
What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
You should ask that question to my brother instead. Personally, I've not seen Aloysius for many years.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Baker.
Hello again, Dr.
Goodbye. Good evening, Mr. Baker.
Why do I always have feelings of deja vu when I talk to you?
What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
I've heard this is a man who has searched for his place in the world for a long time. I hope he found it.
Goodbye, Mr. Baker.
Maybe Nino, at least one of the servants. I met Dawson once. When he was younger. He was a nice man. I have seen recently, though.
Good evening, Miss Price.
You know you can call me Carolyn, my dear doctor.
Do you know Aloysius Dawson?
Everybody knows him. He's only been to my shop once, though, looking for rare books and other intriguing antiques.
Did he buy something from you?
No, he left quickly. He almost laughed at my goods. Mr. Dawson may be a rich man, but you can't buy good manners.
But isn't Aloysius Dawson known for his philanthropy?
That was before his brother Robert died in an aeroplane crash. Since then, the remaining twin has turned into a heartless tycoon.
Where did Primber die in an airplane crash?
Goodbye for now, Miss Price.
I hope you can stay a little longer this time.
Primber died in an airplane crash? What can I use against him now? What makes us think my blood will make me to a vampire too? Just because of the strong blood? What if it just winds up killing him? Poison him. Slow and painfully. Alright, here we go. Like I said, it's about next one. Oh yeah. I need to check something real quick. Check something real quick. Let's see here. Where is it? I might put it somewhere. Okay, yeah, there it is. Found what I was looking for.
Dawson's mansion. Here I am at last. But the question remains, am I ready to make a dying man my progeny?
Question is though, survive it. Why I just wind up killing the poor sob? You know, why I don't want actually just killing him? You know, him my progeny just dies because my blood was too strong for the body. The blood in my veins is too strong for them. And the only reason my sister turned to my progeny because she was my sister. It was bloodline. I'm always supposed to find out. I'll find out in my next gameplay. What happened to do with the other one now.
Reduced in rank for falsely accusing a man of murder. I wonder what Inspector Albright thinks about his punishment.
Talk to him real quick. What about you? Can I just leave? Question is still what will happen.
Too many murders to investigate them all. Dr. Reed.
Yeah.
Is it true you were dropped in rank? Tell me about it.
Yes, it is. I made a terrible mistake. I deserved it. Sometimes I think I should have resigned.
So why are you still working here?
Because I'm a damn fine copper. I just don't want to have someone innocent hung again by mistake because of me.
The death penalty is a great shame.
I agree. I'm convinced all civilized nations should abolish the death penalty. Maybe after the war, once that bloodshed is over, the survivors will change that.
Alright.
Why do you think there shouldn't be a death penalty?
I believe no one should decide to take a man's life. Not a nation or a government.
Are you a pacifist, Inspector?
No, sir. But I believe in divine justice. Only God has the right to decide who will live and who must die.
Interesting.
What are you...
Well,
I was lucky.
why do I...
I don't think... Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Divine justice is yet not pacifist. Then again, it doesn't mean he doesn't kill. Probably try to just knock him out. mess up shit. Maybe I'll pass this, but that's me. I'm not gonna fight. I just won't kill. Actually, I won't restore your stash. And he's dead before I got there. Well, shit. Maybe it's a jerk.
It's locked, all right.
What happens to your love? Yeah, what happens when you die? Your wealth, exactly. If you would say, as in die.
It's locked.
Only telling just because when I turned my sister, it was an accident. When as far as I know, it could be only work for my bloodline. It's a lot safer than Zeus' house.
Finally, you're here, Dr. Reed. What took you so long?
I had to pass several of your barricades and outposts to access your mansion, sir.
Death, pestilence surround us, and time is against me.
I see you've gathered some of the most expensive, albeit experimental, blood transfusion equipment available. All this could be so useful in a hospital.
Yes, yes. Since Lord Redgrave sent me a doctor to perform my conversion, I thought you might find some of these devices useful.
Most thoughtful. But tonight I'm not here as a physician.
But I feel reassured that a specialist such as yourself would help me to escape the Reaper.
Very well. But before I proceed, I have a few questions for you.
If you must, but be quick, for I don't have much time left in this life.
First of all, I need to be sure that you know exactly what is going to happen to you, sir.
I can assure you I'm as informed as any man can be. I have planned for this moment, Dr. Reed. Planned very carefully.
I'm the only vampire in the room for now, so please indulge me.
All right, all right. What is it you wish to ask?
I know what you wish for.
What do you know about the Guard of Prewood?
What I do know is that I'll crush anyone or anything that would dare to oppose me.
I will become your maker. Do you understand what that means?
Well, I certainly won't consider you my liege or some such drivel. You can be assured of that.
You'll need to feed on warm blood. Blood from mortals. How do you feel about that?
I'm rich, Dr. Reed, and powerful. I'm sure I'll be able to acquire all the blood I need without ever having to sully my own hands.
All right,
let's move on then.
Please, I'm cold and tired. I feel my life waning with every moment.
But first, before you embrace immortality, what would you do with such a gift?
That's a rather impertinent question, Dr. Reed. And I will do as I please.
Answer me all the same. What will your first action be as an immortal?
To save London. I will finance the most efficient quarantine ever seen. I will build a wall that will separate the sick boroughs from the healthy ones.
Quarantine is not a bad idea, medically speaking. But I'm convinced this epidemic will not be contained by mere walls.
As long as the right people are on the right side of the wall, that's all that matters.
What if a new outbreak happens inside your walls? You'll have created a giant trap.
That won't happen. As long as we dispose of anyone that is contaminated as soon as they are spotted.
But you can't guarantee infection will not spread. Just one contagious carrier would be enough to create an apocalypse.
The apocalypse is already knocking at the gate. We must be strong now.
You really plan to build a quarantine wall across London?
Yes, it will be tall and strong, separating the wheat from the chaff.
Let me guess. You mean to isolate the rich from the poor?
This is a desperate measure for desperate times. England must prevail, Doctor, no matter the cost.
By doing so, you will also create two separate prisons.
Come, sir. An eminent doctor like yourself knows that such radical measures have proved efficient in the past.
Who gave you the right to decide the fate of thousands of people?
My money. My money and my pending immortality gives me the needed authority, Doctor. I'm a businessman. I'm used to tough decisions.
I heard enough.
I've heard enough. It's time to proceed.
At last. All right, do what you have to do. If it hurts, so be it. I've been preparing such a long time for this.
Should I turn them? Ooh, decisions. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Get your tiger butt up, toe. If he hars, let him go. Mom said, Should I kill him? No, not kill. No, I'm not gonna kill him. Make her forget your fear of death, or I just said I was gonna turn him. There's 50% chance he might just die from it. Fuck it, let's try it. Well, I always play this again and see what happens the other way.
Are you ready for immortality, Mr. Dawson? Drink now, and say farewell to life as you prepare to be reborn.
What do you mean, drink? What about the blood transfusion?
I'm the doctor and the vampire here, so I'll give the orders. Drink, sir.
It's a little more.
Now.
All right.
It's a little more. Yeah, trust me.
Good. That's enough. That's enough, I said.
So how much? Yeah, you could pour in a glass there unless it's correct. So
I will not die. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Oh no. You will die, sir. Steel yourself. You're already in death's grip.
had to die.
It's locked, all right.
I don't know. Did I do the right thing? Maybe I should just kill him later. Hope I do. No, he turned to a scowl and, yeah, went brutally sane. Brutally insane.
Is it done, Dr. Reed? Is Aloysius Dawson reborn as expected?
Yes, my lord. Ascalon has a new recruit, as you ordered.
Wonderful news. I've waited for this outcome for so long. Tonight you served your country, the king himself, beyond all expectation.
Thank you, my lord.
No, thank you, Dr. Reed. Now, Could you do me one last favor?
Of course. What is it?
Go outside and talk with that disgusting creature I saw waiting for you in front of this mansion.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'll have a look.
Good. I didn't kill her on the spot, for she claims to be a friend of yours. But don't you dare bring such a creature near me again.
5. How many chapters are there? Forget your fear of death. You have brave man, you have no fear of anything, not even death itself.
We meet again at the strangest of times, young Ekon. So do you serve the Earl of Bristol now?
Old Bridget. What are you doing here?
Your friend, the wise Ekon. She sent me to warn you.
I'm sorry?
Did anyone see you? It's a long way from the dock sewers, and hunters are patrolling the streets here.
Who said I took the streets? How do you think I survived for centuries in this city without ever being seen? I know all her secrets.
How did you meet Lady Ashbury?
She came to us in the sewers in search of answers. Just as you did.
What kind of answers?
What kind of answers did you give her?
I knew nothing of your maker, but we talked. We talked a lot. Her words and ideas are captivating. It is no surprise that you like her. I like her too.
Lady Ashbury in the sewers? Now that's a sight I wish I'd seen.
She said she was your friend, and that she sought the identity of your maker. So I answered her questions.
Lady Ashbury? You know her? Tell me what's going on.
The lady approached me but a few nights ago, wanting to meet the sewer skulls. Once she questioned Harriet Jones. She agreed to help us.
Harriet Jones is still with you then? How is she doing?
Harriet remains angry, but is recovering slowly. Her mind is twisted, but at least her body is healing.
Tell me what is going on.
The lady asked us to keep an eye on your mortal doctor friend while you were away. We spotted the hunters. They were discussing plans to attack tonight.
Wait, slow down.
I'm listening, but I do not have time to waste, so be quick.
Why do I feel like Lord Redgrave was particularly irritated to see you? Far more so than the average Skull, if I may say.
Because I used to know him quite well. And he is afraid I may remember who he really is.
You're Elizabeth's informant. You're the one who told her about Lord Redgrave's lies regarding his lineage.
Yes, but my words were not meant to hurt or threaten. I simply told the story of the sewer skulls, and of so many other forgotten children.
No time to lose, then. I must go there right away.
I shall return to my den. Have you a message for the lady? Should I see her before you?
Do I love her?
Yes. Tell her I love her.
Is this still unknown to her? Go now and take care, young Ekon, for the flames are rising.
Alright, I guess I gotta go through here. So we'll run for it. Apparently it turned into Ekon. It's a lot harder than I thought.
Joe, please, I don't have your money. Come on,
I don't have your very money.
Londoners and all matter.
What is this truck? Are the vampire hunters here already?
I'm quite busy.
Are you all right? I heard the hospital had been attacked.
For now, we have to keep on looking after our patients. But we won't be able to do so for long without an administrator.
Has Dr. Swansea really gone?
Yes, this place is turning into a joke. A sad joke indeed.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk. Those bastards. What have they done to Edgar?
What have you done to my dear friend Edgar? To the roof. There's a basement. What's in the thing there?
Ultraviolet curtains and orichalcum powder. Dr. Swansea's always been a resourceful bastard. I bet he never told you he had this installed in case of a vampire attack. Says a lot about how much he trusts you.
What have you done with Edgar?
Don't worry. We don't kill humans.
Sure you don't.
Even if your friend is deserving of a little punishment for what he did.
What are you talking about?
We know everything. Swansea and you created this bloody epidemic. You aim to unleash another disaster, just like William Marshall did.
No! I'm trying to put an end to it. Just like you are.
You're its progeny, aren't you? Where is the monster hiding? It's still in England, isn't it?
I have no idea what you're talking about. Jeffrey, please listen to me.
No tricks. That shit won't work on me. We've found proof in the theater. Doris Fletcher was your first experiment. Now where is Marshall? Speak! So much for modern technology. Time for the tried and true. Do you know what this is, Beast? This is a drop of King Arthur's blood. The blood of a true defender of Britain. Stronger than your evil powers.
Sure it is.
This is ridiculous. We're losing precious time.
True enough. Soon I'll bring your head before your coward of a father. Show some style. Fight like a man. The blood of a true defender of this land will protect me. True light will cleanse you. Or take you down. Close your eyes. This is gonna hurt. Come on, Reed. Something else. We are the guardian of justice. Priwen shall prevail.
You can't accept the fact we're not enemies, can you?
We always have been, and we always will be. Of all the evils that threaten mankind, your kind are the worst.
I'm not saying we could be friends, you and I. But perhaps we could collaborate to put an end to this epidemic.
Never! We are Priwen. We do not negotiate. We do not compromise.
Zealots.
There is no way you'll ever let me be, McCullum. You'll always hunt me down, won't you?
There is no escape, Leech. Kill me now. For there is no way you can sway me to your ideals.
That's where you're mistaken.
What do you mean?
I'll make you a vampire. I'll make you one of us.
No! Kill me!
Prepare yourself, Hunter. You're about to be hunted, just like me.
No! No!
When I kissed my poor man goodbye, I had no idea what I was doing. But now I do. Consider this my kiss of Judas.
That's what you get. Maybe next time I spare ya. Maybe. I don't know. Oh, maybe we'll just kill him.
Welcome to the world through the looking glass.
Welcome to the world of looking glass. Asshole. You're a vampire now. Let's see how your friends, let's see how your brothers take you in now. Welcome to the looking glass, asshole. Let's see if any dudes there. Probably not. I do it. No, never mind. Yes, right. Welcome to the looking glass, asshole. Hope you enjoy being hunted now. It's in the theater. Alright. We're gonna finally get my second chance to turn into zealous, Ashley. Oh, guess what? Welcome to my side of the glass, asshole. Hope you enjoy it. You'll never stop under me, won't you? I knew you'd say that.
So Priwen never left Doris's theater after they invaded. They must be holding Edgar here in their new headquarters.
change my gun. I got 3 shots left of that. It's probably in there now, on the downstairs, so if I gotta do that first. Under the floor, huh? Is that where to keep your notebook?
It's locked.
Out of my head. Gotta be way downstairs. It's gotta be way downstairs somehow. I know. What time is it? Probably should hit the hay soon. Yep, 1:40. Hit the hay soon, plus on the TV. Alright. Has to be somewhere around here. There's a key there. Screws loose. Maybe the key's on the table.
Doris Fletcher was about to become a disaster. I'm getting close to having all the evidence. It's locked. I should find the key to that box. Blood of a pure heart, garlic, blood of a king. I don't understand. Perhaps this is what McCullum drank. I had better keep that in mind.
Vampire Night. Before I do, someone pure of heart. Find a safe key. Where would it be hiding though? Well, Colin had it? No way. Keep signing up porn on him? Nah, he probably keeps hidden. Hiding, probably. Too bad I can't make it inside, you know, look inside like, hey, what are you doing inside? Try not to look at the book. Alright, I'll try. Damn you and that box to hell. Damn you all eternity. Where the hell those two are hiding? We're just on our shit somewhere in a room which is invisible.
I really don't know if I should read this.
I'll leave it be. Then.
Edgar. Edgar, can you hear me? Jonathan, is it really you? Easy. Easy. Save your strength. I'm getting you out of here.
First, let's sit down, have a chat.
Don't try to spare me. As a physician, I know all too well when it's too late. Punctured lung, broken ribs, internal bleeding. An accurate diagnosis, wouldn't you say? Edgar, what happened? They wanted me to confess. Beat me black and blue.
Geoffrey McCullum ambushed me at the Pembroke Hospital. He was convinced you and I were responsible for the Skull epidemic.
I never imagined that self-righteous fanatic would dare to attack us in the open. What became of him?
I put him in a somewhat delicate position when I made him an immortal.
Really? You sure that was the wisest course of action?
Time will tell. The most intriguing part of his accusation was that you and I were the pawns of some ancient vampire.
William Marshall. Yes, they tortured me to make me confess the same nonsense.
I believe you.
I trust you, Edgar. But the Guard of Priwen is onto something.
What do you mean?
William Marshall, for example. You speak of him as if you know him. How is that?
Jonathan, I cannot say I'm ready for another round of questions.
What can you tell me about William Marshall?
Not much. History paints the story he was the greatest knight who ever lived. Amongst the immortals, he had a yet greater legend.
Why is the Guard of Priwen so obsessed with him?
He was the only ancient vampire to escape the first great hunt launched by the Guard of Priwen in 1854. They believe he's an evil creature plotting his return.
Why would he deserve such a reputation?
I cannot say. The Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole has next to no intelligence on him. All I know is that he's supposed to be the oldest of all the British vampires.
Why would the Guard of Priwen believe you and I created the vampire epidemic?
Maybe due to our profession. Because I offered you shelter in my hospital.
While investigating the epidemic, I read some of McCullum's findings. I think you have some explaining to do.
I have nothing to hide, Jonathan. Nothing at all.
Do you know Doris Fletcher's real name?
No, I'm afraid not.
Her real name was Doris Jones. She was the daughter of Harriet Jones.
What do you want me to say, Jonathan?
Do you remember when we suspected Sean Hampton of killing Harriet Jones?
Yes. A terrible episode that came as a shock to us all.
Harriet Jones faked her own death. When I found her in the sewers, she confessed she wanted everybody to pay for what happened to her.
That woman was extremely bitter, full of hatred and festering anger.
Doris Fletcher visited her mother at the Pembroke Hospital. That's how she first got infected.
I know nothing about that. Miss Fletcher once came to visit the sick. That is all I know.
No, Edgar, there is more. Doris Fletcher was Harriet Jones's daughter. They exhibited the same symptoms: blind hate and strong physical mutation.
What does this sad story have to do with us?
Come on, Edgar. Don't you see the pattern here? The epidemic, the link between Doris and Harriet, the suspicion of McCullum.
How could I? I never saw Harriet Jones again after she fled the hospital.
Do you know where we are? Doris Fletcher's theatre. This is where that hateful creature plotted to spread the epidemic across London.
I only briefly met Miss Fletcher once when she visited the Pembroke Hospital. You say it was to see her mother. She seemed like such a sweet and graceful woman.
My point exactly. The disease turned her into a bitter soul, driven by vengeance just like her mother. A symptom of all the infected patients.
Certain diseases are known to produce similar effects. Rabies, for example. And rabies is not the devil at work.
No, that's so close.
Doris and Harriet shared more than a hidden family bond. They were the embodiment of the epidemic and are linked to the Pembroke Hospital. Come on, Edgar, this is no coincidence.
I swear I'm at a complete loss. All I did was administer vampire blood to cure old Harriet. There was no evil plan, no diabolical plot.
You did what?
I tested the regenerating and healing properties of vampire blood on Harriet Jones. My only intention was to find the cure for influenza, I swear.
Whose blood did you use? William Marshall's? Mine?
Lady Ashbury's. While transfusing her with human blood, humanely appeasing her hunger, I also kept samples of her blood for my research.
You used her blood on Harriet Jones? My God, Edgar, that's unethical. You betrayed 2 of your patients at the same time.
Right, I admit it. I boldly ventured into experimental realms, but I've killed no one to appease my thirst for knowledge, Jonathan. I'm no murderer.
I never asked to become what I am, Edgar. You chose to conduct your rogue experiments.
You have worked beside me. You saw what I'm doing at Pembroke Hospital. Jonathan, you know I'm not an evil soul. Just another victim of this tragedy.
Person one, we got 3,000? Should have.
No, Edgar, you are not going to die. Unless you want to.
What do you mean?
I can save you, Edgar. I can turn your broken body into one like mine.
You truly would? After all I've done, after all that's been said, you would offer me this gift?
I have no way of knowing which punishment would be worse, Edgar. But it is not for me to decide. So?
Oh, please, Jonathan, please. I beg you. This is what I've always wanted. This is what I've always searched for.
Very well, then. Prepare to die and be reborn. To face an eternity of guilt.
I'm ready. Oh, indeed, I am ready.
Enough!
You got many champions with you there, champion. Oh, my bad. First need to bring back that leather. Woe is me. Alright. Get this dude back to lawyer and probably definitely gonna save it. Just save it back, but I need to go back there and do all the stuff here. You make 3 fucking icons. Seriously. And then by my blood, then I shall an army.
Return later.
I haven't read it yet, so I'm just gonna leave it.
So Harriet Jones became the original carrier when Edgar gave her vampire blood. I must tell Elizabeth.
The question is though, how is she gonna feel about that? The question is though, how is she gonna feel about it though?
You Londoners are no match for me!
Seeing this kid, obviously he's trying to see the world with my characters. My characters, my enemies, which is good. First I didn't read your book.
Good evening, Jonathan Reed. Can I help you in any way?
I found your notebook. The one the guard of Prewan stole from you.
And you brought it back to me. That's excellent news, Jonathan. Were you able to keep yourself from reading it?
Yes. I give it back to you untouched.
Then, my friend, you deserve a little something to reward your fortitude. Please, have this, with my gratitude.
What's in the notebook?
I can't answer you, Jonathan.
Fortress of the Brotherhood. I think I see something there yet.
Since you chose not to open it.
Oh, you sack of shit. I should have opened that damn letter. Son of a bitch.
Goodbye, sir. Until we meet again.
I rarely wander. A red river, a song in the dark, the whispers of the sun.
That son of a bitch. I gotta find your damn secret. It is me, son. Close? I don't get it. That stupid thing says it's right there. See, look. It's gotta be the entrance here. So what if it's just... Stupid. Alright. I'm gonna spend a good few minutes on this shit right here, actually. One. Two. Cool. Just dust stuff off too early? sleeping. God damn it. Did I really mess that thing up?
Good evening.
Can you read the card?
Put the money on...
Here.
Love.
Goodbye.
I rarely walk... A red river, a song in the dark, the whispers of a sun. So many signs.
Alright, I'm gonna end this recording here. I'm gonna saw the sand and probably do a recording after that.